अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss chapter 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam 4th canto, in which there is description of fight with Jakshas between Dhruva Maharaj and Jaksha. So in 4 verses it is described how Uttama was killed by the Jakshas. So next 5 to 30, these 26 verses describe how this fight started, occurred between Dhruva and Jakshas. In Alakapuri, Dhruva saw the Jakshas, so he went there and he blew his conch shell. So it is described that in verse 7 that the greatly powerful heroes of the Jakshas, unable to tolerate the resounding vibration of the conch shell of Dhruva Maharaj, came forth from their city with weapons and attacked Dhruva. Then in next verse 8, it is stated that Dhruva Maharaj was a great charioteer and certainly a great bowman, also immediately began to kill them by simultaneously discharging arrows 3 at a time. In verse 9, it is stated that when the heroes of the Jakshas saw that all their heads were being thus threatened by Dhruva Maharaj, they could very easily understand their awkward position, and they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. But as heroes, they lauded the actions of Dhruva. So in next verse, verse 10, it stated that just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon by anyone's feet, the Jakshas, being intolerant of the wonderful prowess of the Dhruva Maharaj, threw twice as many arrows, 6 from each of their soldiers. And thus they were valiantly exhibited, they very valiantly exhibited their prowess. So it stated that in verse 11 and 12 that 130,000 number Jakshas attacked. They showered various kinds of weapons. So in these, all the Siddhas from the higher planetary systems were observing the fight from the sky, and when they saw that Dhruva Maharaj had been covered by the insistent arrows of the enemy, they roared tumultuously. The grandson of Manu, Dhruva, is now lost. They cried that Dhruva Maharaj was just like the sun, and that now he had set within the ocean of the Jakshas. So next verse 18 and 19 is stated that the great sage Maitreya continued, "My dear Vidura, the heads of those who were caught to pieces by the arrows of Dhruva Maharaj were decorated very beautifully with earrings and turbans. The legs of their bodies were as beautiful as golden palm trees. Their arms were decorated with golden bracelets and armlets, and on their heads there were very valuable helmets bedecked with gold. All these ornaments lying on that battlefield were very attractive and could bewilder the mind of a hero." So in verse 28 it is stated that the demon Jakshas are very by nature very heinous, and by the demoniac power of illusion they can create many strange phenomena to frighten one who is less intelligent. So sages assembled there, they offered auspicious prayers. Stated in verse 30, "Autan pad bhagavan tapasarga dhanva deva kinanti avanata arti haruvipakhyan jannamadheya vidhaya nisamya chadha lokonja satarati dustaramangam mrityum." It is the power of name. All the sages said, "Dear Dhruva, O son of King Utanbad, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead known as Sargadhanma, who relieves the distress of his devotees, kill all your threatening enemies. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, simply by chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, many men can be fully protected from fire's death and without difficulty. Does a devotee saved? Jannamadeya nisamya chadha loko anjasa taranti dustaramang mrityum. Jannamadeya, by the grace of the Lord, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj in his purport says that if a devotee at the time of death can simply chant his name, Lord's holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simply by chanting this Mahamantra, he immediately surpasses the great ocean of the material sky and enters the spiritual sky. So this prayer is very important because it highlights the importance of the mantra, Mahamantra. And what is the importance? That the Namadheya of Sipasita Swami in his purport says, Anjasa means Shukeneva Mrutyum Tarati. No one knows how to surpass death, but the process of surpassing death is described in Vedic literature. I will see also in chapter 12 how Dhruva Maharaj will put his head and put his foot on the head of Jamaraj or Mrityu and go to the spiritual world in that Viman, in that aeroplane which was sent to for Dhruva, and he went in that aeroplane to Dhruva Loka. Dhruva Loka is now still existing. And this is described in the 5th canto, how all the stars, planets, etc., other planets, etc., are revolving in Dhruvaloka. In Dhruvaloka, Dhruva is there. And while Dhruva was thinking of going to, we'll describe it in chapter 12. So these 8 to 12, these 5 chapters describes about Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj, in a very early age, 5 years of age, how he went to the forest in search of the Lord and did austerity. So much austerity. A small boy, 5 years old, and in the forest alone, no one is there, and in the night there was no light. And in that way he was doing the austerity. That place is still there, called Madhuvana. As Narad Muni advised him to go there, Madhuvana. Prabhupada Maharaj has described 12 vanas, 12 forests in Vrindavan, and 24 ghats, famous ghats are there. So Dhruva Maharaj, while meditating there, doing austerity there, the Lord came to him, gave his darshan to him. Who is that Lord? He is Lord Krishna. He has previous 2 births. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th and 3rd chapter that when Lord appeared in the prison house of Kansa, Vasudeva and Devaki, they offered prayers to the Lord. Though they are his son, the Lord is his son, still then they offered prayers to the Lord. And after that prayers, the Lord said to them that Tameva Purva Sargebhu Prusni Swayam Bhuva Sati Tadayang Sutapa Nama Prajapati Akarmasa. In 10th canto, 3rd chapter, it is stated that you were the same person, Purva Sargebhu Prusni. This Devaki, she was Prusni. And Tadayang Sutapa Nama, Ayang means this Vasudeva was at that time, his name was Sutapa. They did austerity for 12,000 years, 12,000 years. And the Lord appeared before them in the same form, in which form the Lord appeared in the prison house of Kansa. So this Sutapa and Prusni, they asked from the Lord a son like him. But who can be a person like the Lord? No one can be. So that's why the Lord came as the son of Prusni and Sutapa. But it is stated by Acharyas that the Lord made a little delay. That's why he has to pay it 3 times. So he came as a son, this Prishnian Sutapa, and that his name is Prishnigarva. That Prishnigarva appeared before the Dhruva Maharaj, and he gave him his Dhruva Loka. The next birth, the Lord came as Lord Vamana in the 7th Manu's period, in the 7th Satya Yuga, he came as Lord Vamana. And his pastimes are described in Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto from 15 to 23, these 9 chapters we will hear. And next time he came as Lord Krishna. In this way, the Lord had so many pastimes, so that Prishnigarva appeared before Dhruva, and Dhruva offered prayers. We have described 12 prayers, which is described by Siddhaswami as 12 Adityas, or the sons. Essence of Veda in 12 verses. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.